How come when a woman gets pregnant, all the women rub their stomach and say, congratulations? What about the men? They should go up to the guys and rub their balls and say, good job.
Grab a chair, messy wear, when it's a down. It's my podcast. This guy's insane. Rock your brain. It's just a song. A Steve here out.
Well, Happy New Year. Yes, I am recording this on the 1st of January 2018, and I'm putting it up on the same day. It'll be up very soon. Well, shit, it's up now. You're hearing me, right? For those that are listening now on January 1st, for you future people, where were you? Anyway, so I got a really, really good show. This is what I plan on doing with the VR Vault. Do different subject matters, and, you know, as you can see, I'm trying to do something different than the Rock and Metal Combat podcast. So this week is songs that sound like other songs, and I'll get more into details when we start the episode. But I want to go into the comments I got from all the good people out there. And this one's from Michael Gottlieb. He said about the concert show, the show where I talk about the shows I've been to. Great stories. I love your podcast and your album reviews. Also, thanks for all the cool Headbangers Ball and MTV clips. He's talking about my YouTube channel. I have like 100 YouTube channels. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure what's the name of that channel. It's one of them. I think it's Ralph Vieira. I'm not sure. Episode 7... about, I think it's Bill Wang. The last episode, oh no, this is the first, part 1. Justin Childers says, as I recall from Paul's book, Sunday Driver is the first song Paul played for Gene when they first met. You may be right. Episode 12, from the last episode, which was Discography Part 2, John Hanson said, props to Bill Wang for giving the Scab albums a listen for this. Fantastic episode as usual. Thank you, brother. Zoo Nation, on the same episode, he wrote, I'm surprised Bill wasn't that familiar with the later Kiss album, seeing as though he seems to be a big Kiss fan. Well, Bill Wang replied to that saying, Zoo Nation, authentic Kiss, Ace, Peter, Paul, Gene, is my number one band, and I love Vinnie Vincent Kiss. After that, it's hit or miss. Well, I can't argue with that. Bill has a point there. The same episode, Joseph Staub said, I made a mix of Sonic Boom and Monster songs that include the best parts of both albums in a revised order. I titled it Sonic Assault. Here it is. What do you think? Oh, you want to know what I think? All right. Hey, you asked. I wasn't going to say what I think, but I'll go through the songs and tell you which ones I like and I don't like. Modern Day Delilah, like it. Hell Hallelujah, like it. Wall of Sound, like it. Say Yeah, like it. Back to the Stone Age, love it. When the Lightning Strikes, like it. Freak, like it. I'm an Animal, like it. Long Way Down, like it. The Devil in Me, like it. Out of This World, love it. Eat Your Heart Out, ugh. And you put in parentheses, I actually love this song. I hate that song. Right Here, Right Now, I believe that was a bonus track that I can take or leave. Kind of like it, kind of don't. All right, there you go, Joseph Staub. Thanks for listening, by the way. Abby and Hannah's dad said, another great episode. Thanks, Ralph and Bill. Well, thank you, Abby and Hannah's dad. You're always here to leave comments. And all you guys that are always leaving comments, I thank you all. Yes, you, Justin Childers. Even you, I thank you. Okay, so, here's some more comments. Oh, by the way, I got to tell you guys something. On my phone, I'm going to rectify this. I got several notifications on my phone about comments I got on that last episode, the Kiss Discovery 2. And I figured it'd be in my email, so I go to my email today, and none of it's there. So from now on, if I get a notification, I'll make sure to make a screenshot and read them on future episodes. So I'm sorry. I know there's some comments some people left out there that I did not read because I don't have them. I'm an idiot. I thought it was going to be in my email. Oh well, c'est la vie, c'est la va. All right, so here's some more comments from the Discography 2 with Bill Wang. This is from Carl Gilbert. He says, it's 1 a.m. in the morning and I've just finished listening to episode 12. Top notch as usual. Did Brother Wang have to bathe in holy water and have his ears canals flushed out after listening to Scab Kiss albums? LOL, keep them coming. Actually, Carl, yes, he did. Greg Gabaroni said, awesome show. I actually made wrapping Christmas presents. Oh, it actually made wrapping Christmas presents tolerable. Thanks, Ralph and Bill. Well, thank you, Greg. Corey Roberts said, this is a great Christmas gift. Well, to me, you're giving me a great Christmas gift for listening. Okay, on episode 11, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. Johnny Vogan said, good stuff. Those refund requests ended quick. After a few shows, there were no more articles on Blabbermouth or other sites about it. The Van Hagar crowd is the square community. They put down what they cannot understand. I'm glad they don't get it. Yeah, Johnny Vogan laying down the law. Oh yeah, I got to bring this up. I keep forgetting to bring this up. I'm on Twitter now. That's right, I tweet. And I would like everybody out there that's on Twitter, please subscribe, because I end up not going on Twitter much because there's not a lot of interaction because I don't have enough people on my list to, to be there constantly. And I would like to. I would like to be there constantly. So join my predator. My predator. Let me see the name of my Twitter page. I even forgot. Let me see. Twitter. Typing this shit in now. My Twitter page, just look up Ralph Vieira. That's it. Ralph Vieira. And I don't know, I think I have another Twitter page that's floating around somewhere. Look for the one that has the Vieira Vault on it. The Vieira Vault is kind of like the wallpaper thing on the top. And a very handsome picture of me live in concert. That's my page. So please follow me and I'll follow you. And that way I can tweet more. All right, let's get back to the reviews. Oh, wait, before we go back to the reviews, and subscribe, please, to my Spreaker, to my Podbeam, to my YouTube. Vieira Vault goes to all that shit. So subscribe to all those and you'll make me very happy. Oh, and iTunes. Yeah, I roll there too. So subscribe there, please. All right, back to the comments. Okay, on episode 10, the 10 top worst movie sequels, Pat Singleton said, does Godfather 3 count? I was like, yeah, it's a sequel. And if you would have clicked on it, you would have seen it was on there. One of us picked it. Who? Wasn't me. It wasn't the other guy, too. It was one of those three. So if you haven't heard that episode, go check it out because, shit, everybody liked it. Johnny Vogan said, while not as good as the first two, I don't consider it that bad. Freaking loved Andy Garcia. He's talking about Godfather 3. And he said, I searched for a gif of Vincent shooting Joe, and I'm stunned that I can't find one. Okay, Emil said, Son of the Mask is number one for me. I guess he didn't like that one. Dave Vanetta said, Son of a Mask or Exorcist 2, The Heretic. I never seen Son of a Mask. Jaws of Revenge. Yep, Scott Norris said Jaws of Revenge, and that is my pick. Which pick is it? Check it out. Daniel Lee said Revenge of the Nerds 3. Never saw it. Johnny Vogan, City Slickers 2. Yep, somebody picked that as I recall. And Matt Watkins said, really enjoyed this episode, and I really enjoy you listening, Matt. And, and Johnny Vogan said, classic. Well, there you go. That is all the reviews, but I promise all you guys that left reviews before, hey, if you want to do them again, copy and paste it. I'll get the notification and I'll screenshot the bitch. So anyway, without further ado, why don't we go into the very first episode of 2018, and I love this one. And this one came out great. I digs it. It's probably my favorite one so far. Probably. I don't know. They're all so good because I rule. Here are songs that sound like other songs. Take it away, me. Well, all right, let's get into this. This is a song that sounds like other songs episode. And I want to say that being that I'm in a band, I can say I'm on both sides of this because I blatantly ripped off stuff, and I will prove it to you on here how I ripped off stuff. But I also, there's a song of Thrash or Die that there's a part I heard after we recorded, and I was like, holy fuck, that sounds just like something else. And I never noticed this, even in the whole recording session. So I can say all the clips you're going to hear tonight is one or the other. Either the band blatantly ripped it off or it was by pure accident. So I did a little research. I'm not lying. I'm not going to lie. I did a little cheating, and I went online to see what songs sound like other songs. But there's a lot of songs I didn't find online that sound like other songs. Now, I want to also say there's some songs that are kind of similar a little bit, like, you know, what was that lawsuit with Led Zeppelin about Stairway to Heaven? I mean, that kind of sort of sounded like Led Zeppelin. I'm not going to go that route on this episode. This shit's got to be really blatantly just like it, or, you know, almost like it. I mean, just a little bit off. Not like that Stairway to Heaven shit. That was a stretch. I mean, I hear it a little bit, but at the same time, come on. So, what I'm going to do in this episode, I'm going to play the band that did it first, and then follow it up with the band that did it later. So, the first one I'm going to play is something I didn't find anybody ever mention, which is odd, because this is pretty blatant. But I don't know if it's a blatant ripoff, or, hey, man, maybe it was just by accident. And maybe it was by accident because the band that later did it were really fucked up on drugs. So, can you guess who did this riff? And I'll tell you this, you only got a couple seconds, because after I play this, you're going to hear the next riff. I'm going to introduce it. Okay? Maybe I'm talking a little too fast here. There's a lot of clips I want to play you. And I also want to say that this is not going to be all, end all. There's going to be a lot more episodes like this, but I'm going to sprinkle it through all my episodes, you know? And here we go. So this is the first one. This is one I never saw anybody mention online, but I hear the similarities, and so will you. This is from the Styx album, Kilroy Was Here. This is a song called Heavy Metal Poisoning. Check it out. So, do you know what riff that sounds like? Oh, I see you scratching your head. You don't know. I'm about to play it now, and then later you're going to comment saying, I knew that. You're a liar. This is what that riff sounds like. This is pretty much at the same time. So, this is Motley Crue off Motley Crue's first album, Too Fast for Love. Here's the riff of Take Me to the Top. That is the same damn riff. Did they rip it off from Styx or not? I don't know. I don't think anybody ever admitted to that. They're not as cool as me, because I'm about to admit to something I blatantly ripped off. This is from a local band that I love down here back in the day called Embougalard, who fucking ruled with their demos. I love those demos. I still have my cassette of that demo when I bought one of their shows. One of my favorite songs from them is called Picture Perfect. And I'll show you how I ripped it off. So let's play a clip of Picture Perfect.
Picture perfect, blinded by ignorance, and you see it. Picture perfect, blinded by ignorance, and you see it.
Now, hear what I did with that. With Fatal Fury.
Fatal Fury! Fatal Fury! Fatal Fury! Fatal Fury!
Huh? Does that sound similar? That's right, and I didn't stop there. I did it again. I only did it 2 times in my career, okay? I'm not going to be, all Jimmy Page about this shit, but here's the very first song I ever wrote in my life was Wake Up and Smell the Thrash. And how I came up with the verses to this song was listening to the first REO Speedwagon album. I said, who the fuck that listens to thrash would ever know Sophisticated Lady? So look at the similarities to this verse to what I did on Wake Up Smell Thrash. Check this out.
Sophisticated lady trying to change my ways. Just because you're caught in the social mess. I think it's about time that you realize your money and your clothes get your legs right.
That's it. Just that little part of that song is what I used on the verses on Wake Up Smell Thrash, which are the verses to Sophisticated Lady. So look at this similarity.
Wake up, Smell Thrash, put it into your dream. Action Sandman, it's 2:45. Grab me by the neck, it's the death and I'm back. Feel my fist full of metal through the back of your head.
Do you have any idea how many people love that damn song? I mean, I know because I'm in the damn band. I don't know how many thousands and thousands of people love the puppet video. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out. You got to see the Thrash or Die puppet video for Wake Up Smell Thrash. Can you believe all these people that love this song would never give that REO Speedwagon song a chance? But that's where I got it from. All right, enough of my plagiaristic ass. Let's get into other ones now. Here's something from an obscure band called Prunella Scales that featured Rachel Bolan from Skid Row. He did this little project, and I'm going to play that clip now, and then I'm going to tell you what band did something extremely similar. And we'll see. You be the judge. Did they blatantly rip it off, or was it by accident? We'll never know, but fuck it. Here's Prunella Scales. Song's called Crisp.
Eat the skin that you were shed, scaring monsters in your bed. Burn into a crisp, sleeping or you're falling down, coughing up an ugly sound. Burn into a crisp, trying to take me with you.
Okay, it may be a little bit of a stretch, but I really find a big similarity with what you just heard now with this song by Kiss off the Carnival of Souls album called Masters and Slaves.
Every time I see a sign, tell me what's the bottom line. Tell me, I just wanna take my time now before I crash and burn.
Well, yeah, maybe some people will not agree with me, but shit, get some fucking Q-tips. Okay, now this is the first one I'm playing on the show where I did the research and I found somebody that played this, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this critic's darling, this person that is so revered by all critics and fans alike, guy sells out stadiums, did a song, and I'm talking about decades after this song from a band that's not respected at all. Yes, I Was Made for Loving You was ripped off by Bruce Springsteen, of all people, off a song called Outlaw Pete. And doing my research, I think this came out in 2014. That's 35 years after this song from Dynasty. Listen to this. Holy fuck. He even does the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do on there. I mean, holy fuck, is that weird. Oh, speaking of weird, here's another band that ripped off Kiss. They just sped it up. And what's really weird about this is one of my least favorite Kiss songs from the 70s. Because in the 70s, I practically loved everything they did with an exception. And one of the exceptions is this one, Love Theme from Kiss. Check this out. Okay, and what makes this super weird is because what I'm about to play you now, is my favorite song from this band. Yes, it's a little sped up, and yes, I'm sure they didn't rip it off from Kiss, like I said earlier, but it's very similar. The riff is similar. But you can't help it, man. There's only so many chords in this song. Well, this is my favorite song from Saxon, Prince of the Night. Look at the similarities. Okay, maybe you're saying, you're stretching it there, Ralph. Okay, maybe I am stretching it. But I ain't stretching it with this one. Not everybody was ripping off Kiss. Kiss was ripping off people as well. And man, if you know this song by Kiss, then you're going to hear the similarity right off the bat. This is a song from Joe Walsh called Tomorrow. I'm sure all you Kiss nerds know what the hell they ripped off when that one. This is off the album Unmasked. This is Shandy. It's amazing what you can do with an acoustic guitar and electrified and throw in a bunch of bells and whistles to mask. It's the same goddamn song. All right, instead of me just talking in between every fucking song, it's getting a little boring, isn't it? Let's just play them back to back. Fuck it. Here's, and I'm going to introduce the original to the later. And this is something that I did not look up online. I figured this out myself. And it's not the only song that's been ripped off from this song. But this one is so blatant, it's crazy. It's the immigration song from, or immigrant song, I'm sorry. Immigration song. Immigrant song from Led Zeppelin. And then I'm going to back it with a B-side from the band called The Sweet with a song called Burning. It's the same goddamn song. Check this out. Back to back. Okay, next up, this is something that I've never heard anybody ever discuss. How Michael Jackson's Beat It, one of the riffs in Michael Jackson's Beat It, sounds awfully familiar to this riff. Alright, the first riff you heard there was from 1979 off REO Speedwagon's 9 live albums from Back on the Road Again. And now what I'm going to play you is something that I didn't discover myself. I found this out doing the research. And boy, this is extremely similar and it makes a lot of sense. And I think this was definitely ripped off because now Paul Stanley's out there doing the Soul Station, which is all those old Motown tunes. So, from the Kiss song Nowhere to Run, I'm going to play this one first from 1965 by the Supremes. This song is called Back in My Arms Again.
I lost him once through his advice, but it's not gonna happen twice. 'Cause all advice ever got me was many long and sleepless nights.
I was there with a shoulder to lean on. It's not gonna happen twice. If you go, I just want you to know it's alright.
Okay, here's another one that sounds awfully familiar, but I can't prove that this one was ripped off like that last one you just heard. The song Stroke Me by Billy Squier sounds very familiar to a song that came out, over a half decade later by the Bullet Boys. That song, Smooth Opinion. Listen to this similarity.
Could be a winner, boy, and move quite well.
Okay, this next one is kind of long. Both clips are kind of long because I feel like the verse and the, what do they call, the pre-chorus is very, very, very similar. So I'm playing it completely. And yes, this is one I didn't have to do research on. This is one I never heard anybody talk about. It's Leonard Skinner's Double Trouble. Then later on, Molly Hatchet did Bounty Hunter, and boy, the structure to these two are extremely similar. Check this out.
11 times I've bust, 11 times I've been to jail. Some of the times I've been there, nobody could go my best. Well, it seems to me, Lord, that this old boy don't fit. Well, I jump in a rose bush, my mouth smelling like folks kicking dust up off the trail. Just getting back from a trip to hell. 6 gun she's strapped by my side. The horse is riding it. Seems to me this is one hell of a way for a man like me to earn that pay.
Okay, well, this next one is a song by Kiss that sounds very similar by not one, but 2 songs that came out way after shit. One's even about a decade older than War Machine, and that's Stone Temple Pilots. But I'm going to do it in order. I'm going to play first War Machine, then a Danzig song that has the same damn riff, and then Stone Temple Pilots. Here we go. Damn similar to me. Okay, here's another one that I did finding research, and boy, this next song brings back a lot of memories when I was a wee little tard, because I remember my big brother loved this song as a little kid, back up when I lived in Tarrytown, New York. I don't have the years on this one, and I'm too lazy to Google it. So, then the Yardbirds. A Yardbirds called Still I'm Glad, which I believe Van Halen covered? I could be wrong. No, I think Van Halen covered the Cream song Still I'm... Or is it Cream? No, it's the Yardbirds. But anyway, look at the similarities from this song. I believe the band's called The Tokens, with The Lion Sleeps Tonight, with the Yardbirds song Still I'm Glad. Jesus, I don't even know the name of the Yardbirds song. I probably got it all fucked up. So correct me and I'll still laugh at your ass. So here's The Tokens with Lion Sleeps Tonight, followed by the Yardbirds. Still I'm Glad, I think. That's actually Still I'm Sad from the Yardbirds, not Still I'm Glad, which later Rainbow did an instrumental and on the live album a vocal performance of. So there, you can't correct me. Anyway, you might hear a little humming in the background because it's late December in Florida and I had to turn my AC on. I love Florida. I love you, Florida. I hate the cold. I mean, Jesus, man. More power to you if you guys prefer the cold and the heat, but Jesus, I like to go outside and not be bundled up. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I like to walk out in shorts, man. Anyway, and I love people in Florida that complain when it gets hot. Ooh, it's so hot. Then fucking move. Okay, here's another one that I didn't know about, and then I heard it. I mean, it's not... This one's a little bit of a stretch, but yeah, I do hear a similarity, and I'm pretty sure this was a mistake. This was an accident. I'm pretty sure the Knack, with their biggest song, My Sharona, did not borrow from this riff off the very first Judas Priest album, Rockarola, the song called, hey, wait a second, Rockarola, My Sharona. Hey, I see that similar too. But the song Cheater from Rockarola has a similar, somewhat riff to My Sharona. Check it out. I know that one is a little iffy, you know, but I do hear it, but I think it's very coincidental. But this one may be coincidental as well, and this is, let's flip it over. It's a song that Judas Priest borrowed a lot from this song from Black Sabbath. My favorite song off of Paranoid. Listen to these similarities. Do you hear it? I hear it. Do you? I do. Alright, the next one, here's a song. This is wild. This one's really wild. And this is one I did research on. I never noticed this before. The song Medicine Man from Whitesnake borrowed off not one, but two different songs. So, the first one I'm going to play is from Jimi Hendrix, the song called Easy Rider. Listen to similarities here, and it doesn't end there. Then they do another riff that sounds like another song, so I'll come back and tell you about that. Listen to this. You know, listening to that right now, I hear a similarity with Are You Gonna Go My Way by Lenny Kravitz. Though I'm too lazy to slap that on here, but I just noticed that right now. And I'm on a crunch because I'm doing this episode at the end of 2017, and I want to release it on the first day of 2018. So here is the other song Medicine Man borrowed from. Kiss! God of Thunder. Listen to similarities, and this is a different riff off Medicine Man, and it sounds a lot like God of Thunder. Check it out. Pretty mind-blowing, and here's yet another Kiss song that I'm pretty sure this one was done deliberately because it's a song from Wendy O. Williams, and it's not the album that Gene Simmons produced from Wendy O. Williams, but it's the album that followed it called Commander of Chaos, a song called Party, that sounds awfully familiar to the song off Asylum, a criminally underrated Kiss album that I think is overlooked because they look like fools on that album. It's hard to digest that look, but I love the album Asylum. And a song off that album that a lot of people hate that song, and I absolutely love the song Love's a Deadly Weapon off Asylum. I think it fucking rocks. Probably the fastest song on that album. The riff on that song is awfully familiar to the song Party from Wendy O. Williams. Check it out. That shit is just way too similar. Now here's another one, and again, another band that borrowed from Kiss, be it a mistake or coincidence or blatant. I would have to say it's probably a coincidence, because I don't think the mighty Iron Maiden would rip off Kiss, but hey, who knows? But also, I would also have to say that when I heard this song for the first time, off The Elder, a song called The Oath, I thought of Iron Maiden. I was like, look, it has kind of like the galloping thing, and as some of you may know, Iron Maiden opened for Kiss on the Unmasked tour, and maybe this influenced this song quite a bit. That's what I think. So it's kind of like Kiss got influenced by Iron Maiden with this song, and then Iron Maiden ended up doing a song like 5 years later that is... Hey, what's that? Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm cooking. That's those beeps you heard in the back. No, I don't have a little robot here. I wish. So here is The Oath, followed by one of my favorite Iron Maiden songs that is awfully similar. Check it out. Oh yeah, it sounds very similar to me, but I'm willing to bet that was just pure coincidence. This next one, probably pure coincidence as well, but I don't know. Originally done by Van Halen, this riff, Ain't Talking About Love, sounds very similar to a song that I don't like from Ozzy Osbourne, from my least favorite Ozzy Osbourne album from the 80s. Check it out. Okay, I have to admit, that's a bit of a stretch, but some of the riffs are extremely similar, and then Jake does dun, 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 some little things there to make it a little different, so it's not that blatant. Unlike the next one I'm going to play for you. Oh my God, I'll never forget the first time I heard this song by Iron Maiden and thought, holy fuck, that's a total ripoff of this song. Okay, now that one, if it ain't a blatant ripoff, then it's kind of, what a shame that Steve Harris never heard Unleashed in the East. Or Hellbent, or Hellbent for Leather for that matter. Okay, another Kiss song that was borrowed. Yes, another one. The most borrowed band in this episode. And, this was borrowed by Buck Cherry, their first hit. Whatever that song was called, I forgot the name of it. Lit Up, or whatever. It's so similar to this classic that Ace wrote. I ripped that riff off. Yeah, that was pretty blatant. This next one's not that blatant, and again, Iron Maiden borrowing from another band, but if you think I'm Iron Maiden bashing, you're wrong, because I absolutely adore this song that Iron Maiden did that sounds somewhat similar to this Black Sabbath classic. Okay, I know that's a little bit of a stretch, and I really don't think they ripped this off. But all you Maiden-tards, there is no way you can deny that this song from Iron Maiden sounds exactly like this song from Samson, which oddly enough, this song from Saxon is from an album called Head On that had Bruce in it, who later became Bruce Dickinson in Iron Maiden. This one, I have to say, is the most similar song you'll ever hear on this episode of songs that sound like other songs. This shit is just beyond similar. I mean, scary similar. Listen to this. I mean, I don't even have to say which Iron Maiden song it is, because if you know Iron Maiden and you're about to hear this clip from Samson, you're going to go, oh my God, it's the same goddamn song. There's no way you can deny it. And if you do deny it, then you are a clinically terminal Maiden-tard. Listen to this similarity. If you don't hear it, you're stupid. You can't deny those sound exactly the same. Now, in Iron Maiden's defense, the drummer of Samson, Thundersticks, was in Iron Maiden before, in the old days, way before they did the first album. And who knows, maybe he stole it from Iron Maiden and brought it to Samson. I don't know. They were released pretty, I believe on the same year, but I know the Samson one came out first. Okay, this next one is a very popular song by The Who, Baba O'Reilly. I remember when I was a little kid trying to get this song, and I was going to buy the Kids All Right soundtrack, and it didn't say Teenage Wasteland in the credits, so I ended up not buying it. Actually, the song's called Baba O'Reilly. And, yeah, this one's a little bit of a stretch. It's still the same damn chords. This is Bob O'Reilly by The Who, and it sounds very similar to this very commercial Dio song that I absolutely love. Check it out. Yes, the song is Hungry for Heaven from Dio. I love that song. It's so damn commercial, but I love it. Okay, this next song is extremely similar as well. Don't know if it was blatantly ripped off, but boy, Megadeth has a song that's very similar to the riff that starts off the classic off Haunting the Chapel, Chemical Warfare. Okay, that was She-Wolf by Megadeth, the similarity. This next one is definitely something I did a research on because I really don't know these songs. But I heard them on some guy that put up songs that sound similar. And boy, it's very similar from Metallica off one of those Loads albums. I don't know if it's Load 1 or Reload. Song called Bad Seed. And then Audio Slave, featuring that hypocritical communist, Tom Morello, who had no problem signing to a capitalist record company and has Che on his amplifier, and Che would kill him if he was still alive. Moron. Well, here's the similarities of Bad Seed, and I don't even know the song of this Audio Slave, whatever it's called. Check out this similarity. It's blatant. Well, all right. Now let's play something from AC/DC that was pretty much borrowed from the band Kix. Their song, what's the name of that song? Cold Blood. Sounds an awful lot like If You Want Blood.
When it cools off, you tease it. When it gets hot, you freeze it.
Okay. Yep. Sounds pretty much the same to me. I don't know about you, but for me it does. This next one is from Led Zeppelin. Yeah, the masters of ripping everybody off, but I always find it funny how everybody says, oh, Led Zeppelin ripped everybody off, but shit. I think Led Zeppelin's done stuff that is extremely original. Like, come on, can you name me anything from House of the Holy On that sounds like any other song? And don't give me that grunge bullshit with James Brown. They pretty much did their own version of a James Brown song. But this one's off Physical Graffiti, and yeah, what sounds like Cashmere? What sounds like Custard Pie? What sounds like The Rover? What sounds like Night Flight? What sounds like In the Light? What sounds like any of that stuff? What sounds like In My Time of Dying? Well, yeah, there is a song that sounds like In My Time of Dying, done after Led Zeppelin did it. Check out the similarities of this Led Zeppelin song to a Danzig song. Yet I hear nobody ever say, wow, Danzig ripped off Led Zeppelin. I never hear anybody say any band ripped off Led Zeppelin other than Kingdom Come and that new band that I really don't care for. And I know you're going to say, oh, are you talking about that band? Yeah, that band. They matter so little to me that I don't even remember their name. And I don't care to remember their name. And yes, I heard the whole album. Greta Van Fleece or whatever the fuck. I can care less for that. But hey, if you guys dig it, I'm cool with that because after all, it's all a matter of opinion, isn't it, my friends? That's what I strive on the Vieira Vault. To always say, just because I don't like it, it doesn't mean it sucks. Same thing, just because I like it doesn't mean it sucks. Might suck to you, but it doesn't suck to me. Just like Greta Van Susteren doesn't suck to you, and I wouldn't say it sucks, but whatever. Just does nothing. It doesn't tickle my anus. All right, here's a clip from my all-time favorite band of all time, Black Sabbath, with the song The Wizard. Sounds very much like a song off the first Blue Oyster Cult album, City of Flames. Listen to this. Okay, I hear it. Do you hear it? Yes, you do. If you don't, you're lying. Okay, the next one are two clips from two bands that I've gotten some shit for liking each of these bands. But, what do I care? I love Kansas. Big fan of Kansas. Love them. And this is a song from Point of No Return. Song called Portrait, He Knew. It sounds awfully familiar from a song off the first Manowar album. Look at the similarities. The title track off the first Manowar album, Battle Hymns. Listen to the similarities.
He had 1,000 ideas. You might have heard his name. He lived alone with his vision, not looking for fortune or fame.
Okay, a little bit of a stretch there. I can understand, but I hear it. I hear the similarities. I really do think that was by accident, though. Definitely by accident. I can't picture myself, I can't picture Manowar jamming at Kansas, but hey, who knows? But I do actually picture myself, not myself. Why do I keep saying myself? Why do I am tongue-tied here. I can picture Motorhead copying ZZ Top. I mean, after all, look at the Ace of Spades album cover. That looks like a goddamn ZZ Top album cover. Plus, trios, both trios, one from the little old band from Texas and the one from a amazing band from England. So listen to the similarities of Tush and No Class. If you don't hear that, it's time to take those cocks out of your ears. Same damn riff. All right, here's one that not one, but two songs sound very, very similar to this song. Again, it's Black Sabbath, my favorite band, did it first. And then Guns N' Roses, Paradise City, sounds an awful lot like it, a part of it. And Danzig, Her Black Wings, sounds very similar to this riff off the criminally underrated Black Sabbath album, Born Again. This is Zero the Hero. All right, little modifications in both those riffs, but it's pretty much the same riff, adding in a couple notes here and there. But is it blatant ripoff? I don't think so. I think that was just pure coincidence. Unlike the next thing I'm going to play, and there's several clips. I don't know if I'm going to play all several clips, but there's quite many clips that Oasis ripped off from many bands, but I'm just going to play a few for now. And as I was saying earlier about Greta Van Zeppelin, they kind of like ripped off Zeppelin and it does nothing for me. But when Oasis rips off Beatles, it does do something for me. Yeah, that's right. I like Oasis. Fuck you. I'm a big fan of Oasis and Noel Gallagher. Shocking, isn't it? But I don't give a fuck. I love that shit. Especially Noel Gallagher. I like him more than Liam. But here's the first Oasis blatant ripoff. And I know this shit's blatant. I know this is definitely blatant. The beginning of Don't Look Back in Anger sounds an awful lot like this John Lennon song. Yep, total ripoff. I mean, blatant ripoff. But they don't stop there with the Beatles. Here's another blatant ripoff that they use. See, what you just heard there was the very beginning of Don't Look Back in Anger, and then it goes into a completely different song that sounds nothing like Imagine. And that same case is here. Instead of the beginning, it's the very end of She's Electric is exactly like the very end of this song from the Beatles.
Yes, I get by with a little help from my friend, with a little help from my friend. And I'll be electric
Okay, those are just little tiny clips that they borrowed from the Beatles. And I know there's many more songs, and that'll probably show up on part 2. But I'm going to play one more Oasis thing that's very, very similar. Maybe another one. Yeah, I got 2 more to go. This one is really blatant, and it's not that short either. It's a whole verse from the song Shaker Maker off the Definitely Maybe, their first album. Sounds exactly like this Coca-Cola jingle from the 70s. I remember this little jingle when I was a little kid. Very popular commercial. And it goes like this.
I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to be somebody else and not know where I've been. I'd like to build myself a house out past the sea.
Okay, here's the final clip I'm going to use for Oasis on this episode. Yes, I know there's many more. This one is another blatant ripoff of the song by T-Rex, Bang a Gong. Sounds awfully familiar, or awfully similar to their song Off Definitely Maybe as well, called Cigarettes and Alcohol. Check it out. Man, does anybody know if they got sued for that? Because, Jesus, that's just so damn similar. I think I read an interview with Noel saying that when he wrote that, he wasn't thinking of Bang a Gong. But probably he did it because he was so fucked up on drugs back then that he was like, man, this sounds like a classic, not even realizing it was a classic. Well, we're coming toward the end, so I wanted to keep stuff I ripped off at the end, but everything that I played now, this was definitely an accident. I admitted to borrowing from and Boogalard earlier in the show, and what was the other thing? Wake Up Smell Thrash. I admitted that. But this right here, I swear, I did not notice till after the record was out. I was like, oh my God, it's the same damn riff. Yes, we ripped off Pantera. This is from the song, our song, Seven Doors of Death. The middle section has this that sounds too much like A New Level. Check out the similarities. I swear, I did not realize this while recording it. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I definitely would have changed that. That's just too blatant. Okay, here's the very last one, and it was this one was definitely a mistake. Yeah, definitely a mistake. From my future solo album, I have this song called "Going to Sleep," and it sounds an awful lot like this song, and just because this song is called Dreams is purely coincidental. Listen to these similarities.
So baby, dry your eyes. Say all the tears you've cried. Oh, that's what dreams are made of. 'Cause we belong in a world that must be strong. Oh, that's what dreams are made of.
I'm kind of ashamed listening back to that because, goddamn, I sound just like Sammy Hagar, don't I? Jesus. That was just too... Man, I swear to you, that's just pure coincidental. I had no idea I can sound just like Sammy Hagar. Well, anyway, that's the end of my songs that sound like other songs, part 1. There'll be more in the future, I promise you. So, let's get into... Oh, wait. No, not plugs. Let's get into the vault. All right. This week, I'm going to dig into a criminally underrated album that came out with no promotion whatsoever. Some of you old schoolers may have heard of Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. Well, he released a solo album called The Power of Rock and Roll, and the song I'm going to play now is called Ain't Dead Yet. And in my opinion, this song has the greatest guitar solo ever caught on tape. I mean, the whole song is ripping, and it was the early 80s when they were talking about new wave and disco killing rock. Rock is dead. Well, this was a battle call to say they're telling us rock is dead. Well, it ain't dead yet. Check out the guitar playing on this fucking underrated masterpiece. Take it away, Frank!
Voices in our ear, trying to bring our whole world down.
Holy fucky fuck. God damn, was that ripping. If you don't agree with me, you hate guitar, you hate rock, and I hope you stub your toe and your toenail fucking turns black for not loving Frank Marino. Go out and buy The Power of Rock and Roll. You're welcome. All right, here's the plugs, and I'll come back to say my goodbyes. I am Dr. Fuck.
And I'm the Ayatollah Alcoholic.
And we are part of the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast.
We are the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast.
That's right. And the way you can check us out is we are on iTunes and also Podbean. And we forgot a review recently. I got this review right here. It says right here, it says, Rock and Metal Combat Podcast is the greatest podcast in the world, and it's my #1 podcast, signed by Science. Now, and then Science also says... Science also said, my second favorite podcast is It Doesn't Matter, the rest suck. Rock and Metal Combat Podcast on iTunes and Podbean. Check it out.
Science!
Tired of your long commute and boring workday? Well, join Brian Davis and his gang of movie buffs as they talk about a different movie subject every week on Damn Good Movie Memories. We discuss movie themes like our favorite movie villains, favorite soundtracks, and worst movie remakes, and much more. Check us out on iTunes and Podbean at damngoodmoviememories.podbean.com.
Hey, rock music fans, this is Terrence Reardon of the Terrence Reardon and Friends Audiovisual Podcast. Join yours truly as I look every week at a different classic rock or metal album that had a major impact on my life, and I'm usually joined by a friend or two, or 10, and we talk about nothing but great classic rock and metal. And there's no country or Sammy Hagar or rap on the fucking show. That shit is frowned upon with yours truly. So if you want a great classic rock audiovisual podcast, tune on in to the Terrence Reardon and Friends Audiovisual Podcast. New episodes every Monday, exclusively on YouTube.
All right, this is the Ayatollah of Alcoholic, Ian Wadley, and I want you to listen to my brand new radio show, Wadzilla World, where I cover every era of fucking music that I like, and a few that you like too. Check me out every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on Soundphoria.com. I'll see you there.
Earpillar, the podcasting and interview news site. To keep up with your favorite bands or artists, and the podcasts or interviews where they appear, go to earpillar.com to find out what we're all about.
Listen to The Rock Show with Gully and Joe. Go to all the W's, Gully, GULLYANDJOA.UK, 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern. The Rock Show with Gully and Joe. Listen to it. Don't be a cunt.
Hey everybody, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Chris.
And we're from the Decibel Geek Podcast. And if you love this...
then you'll love us.
That's right. Brand new episode every single Monday. You can find us on iTunes and at decibelgeek.com. And the best thing is, it's rock and roll and it's always free.
You haven't listened to Mars Attacks podcast? What are you waiting for, man? Host Victor Emrose brings you all types of hard rock and metal-based podcasts. You'll find everything from music-based episodes, interviews, to series such as Ultra Sexy Classic Album Series, where some of your favorite musicians, producers, journalists, and show hosts comments on the albums that push the evolutionary chains of hard rock and metal. Get with it and go to MarsAttacksRadio.com to find out more.
Hey, headbangers, you want your own radio show? Well, you got it. On Thursday nights here on that metal station, join me on the Dr. Fuck Show. Go in the chat room and I will make you my co-host. That's right. Everybody that joins me in the chat room, I discuss whatever you guys want to talk about. I'll mention your name, I'll say what you say, and we're going to go back and forth. And I'll even fucking play whatever request you want. Unless it sucks, then I ain't playing it because my show rules. And only songs that rule is allowed right here on that metal station. The Dr. Fuck Show airs live Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, Hope to see you there. Well, no, fuck that hope. I better see you there, motherfucker.
All right, Kiss Army. Since 2007, you've been getting Podkissed, the Kiss audio fanzine for your ears.
That's right, it's your Podkissed. Every month, the Podkiss crew, along with the Kiss Room, brings you Kiss talk like no one else, whether it be roundtables, interviews with the band past and present, analysis, and great Kiss fun.
Hi, this is Ace Frehley, and you're listening to Podkiss.
Hi, this is Bruce Kulick, and you're listening to Podkiss.
The Podkissed, the Kiss audio fanzine for your ears.
Okay, my friends, that's the end of the first episode of 2018, and there'll be great episodes to come, even though I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I'm sure it's going to rule. So, as I say all the time, if you're listening to my voice now, you're awesome. If you're not listening to my voice now, if you turned it off before the plugs, or if you didn't even listen to this, your father has that picture, you know that picture of Burt Reynolds naked on top of a dead bear? He has that under his mattress, and when you ain't around, he takes it off and fiddles with his anus to it. True story. See you next time. Thank you, everybody. Bye! And may 2018 be the best year ever. Till next year. Later.